Welcome to part 3 of this project where we are going to integrate authentication into it. And for authentication, we are going to use Passport. And Passport is a way to implement authentication in Node.js. And one cool thing is that it supports many strategies. Either social login, for example, Facebook, Google, GitHub, Twitter, and others. And we can also log in using our email or username and password. And this is what we are going to use because it is standard. When we get into the main logic, I will show you step by step how we are going to integrate this one. So it means that we are going to focus on the backend. So let's look at the user model because this is what we are going to incorporate. So let's get back to the models and then the user, which is this. And we have the basic user information, username, profile image. This one will be later on, email, password, Google ID, and then the authentication method. So when a user is signing in, we will determine the kind of login method the user is using, either Google or local, which means either username or password or email or password, Facebook or GitHub. But we are going to use Google and then the local login. After that, you can improve it by incorporating Facebook also into it. And these are some of the advantages of using Passport. One, it is standard. And that is, if you're trying to incorporate your own authentication, sometimes you're going to have some drawbacks. But this is standard tested by other companies and developers. So implementing authentication is hard. You have to put in place security-wise when it comes to authentication, because in case you have bad authentication, it can affect your application. But when you get started with Passport initially, the configuration, it looks overwhelmed. But after we get that one done, in the near future, we can incorporate other login mechanism pretty easily. But don't worry, I will explain every bit of code that we are going to write to make it easy for you to understand. So first step is that we need to install the Passport. So let's look at the strategy that we are going to use first. We are going to use local login. And that is logging in with username or password or email with password. With this one being said, let's continue in the next video.